with another edition of the Independent Scene, episode 97. First and foremost, thank you to everybody that has joined me on this journey. It has been wonderful. It has been amazing. I've learned from each and every single person that has stepped on this platform. I've gained wisdom. I've gained knowledge. And today, and on tonight's episode, we're gonna be talking with somebody who's a dear brother of mine, and he's very well spoken, very intellectual, he's very intuitive, if I must say, and he's just really all around a very good dude. He's all about the culture. He's all about the people. And I hope that you guys have your cups out. I hope you guys have your pens and paper out, because this brother that I'm about to bring to y'all right now, I'm telling you, he has information that we all need to know. So with that being said, my guest is in the building. Shouts out to Two Real. Shouts out to Time Music. What's good? And my guest at this time on episode 97 of the Independent Scene is my guest, LordPhly. Let's talk to him, y'all. Give me 1 second. Let me post this thing down here. Let me get my guy LordPhly in the LordPhly, tap in, bro. Let me see. Trying to get my guy LordPhly in the building. Y'all give me 1 second. But yeah, I hope y'all doing good though. You know what I'm saying? This is, y'all see you see your boy still steady grinding, still, you know what I'm saying, going at this thing hard. But hey, your boy ain't stopping. You know what I mean? Your boy is not stopping. You know what I'm saying? And I'm determined really to see this thing through. You know what I mean? So like I said, this is episode 97, and I hope you guys enjoy. Let's get it. Waiting for it to connect, and then we're going to, talk to the man, the man behind it all, you know what I mean? But like I said, yeah, definitely shouts out to everybody, that's going to be tuning in, coming in, you know what I'm saying? Shouts out to y'all in advance. Yeah, so let's see what we got going on. LordPhly, where you at, bro? Where you at, my guy? Says it's connecting, guys. We were just waiting the arrival, you know what I mean? Waiting the arrival, as they say. Well, this thing is connected. Ah, man, come. Why is this thing saying you're unable? Wait a minute, hold on. Well, try it again, bro. Try it again. It says you declined. Hey, bro, tap back. Hey, bro, tap back in, bro. Hold on. Trying to get this thing right, y'all. Trying to get this thing right. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. If y'all,
Yo,
there we go.
Here we go.
There we go. What's going on, brother?
I'm good, man. I'm good. How you doing? How you feeling?
Man, listen, man, I've been waiting to talk to you, brother. What's been happening with you?
Hey, man,
You said what now?
I said all around the world and back again.
Ah,
Just spreading the message, man. Making sure everything is going how I needed to.
oh, okay. Well, I said definitely. As I said to you before, definitely welcome to the show. Welcome to the welcome to the platform. Well, first things first, let's introduce yourself to the people, that the people know who you are if they don't know who you are already.
Okay.
And we're gonna tap right into it.
All right, man. Well, I'm LordPhly, LordPhly, right? So you don't wrong. I'm the messenger. I spread the message. Never apologize for being dope. NEF be dope. It's the acronym. That's how you find me. That's how you get to the message. If nothing else, I connect in order to inspire, motivate, and grow whatever situation that I'm connected to. Like, that's truly who I am. That's truly what I'm after. People may see me do a lot, You know, I have a lot of tools in my tool bag, but they're all geared towards the foundation of spreading that message. Like, that's simply my purpose, and I'm here to serve it. I'm a vessel. That's how I see myself. That's what I truly believe it is, and that's, you know, everything I'm after out here, man.
Okay, okay. Now, first things first, man. You know, I've been watching you for
Okay.
quite some time, and
Okay.
man, and out of the time that I've seen you around the area, and I've noticed you, man, you have been doing a lot of different things, man, and I am totally like, it's almost like you're Superman in a way. It's like I don't know what it's like. I don't know what to expect from you every time that I see you. Every time I'm in the same room with you, and I'm just like, wow, like this man really has this much knowledge and power. Like,
I mean, bro, and it would probably shock you for you to believe that I don't see myself like that. Like I said, man, I'm a vessel. I'm simply here to spread a message. I believe my purpose, what I stand for, what I'm after, are very much from old times. So it's like, you know, I'm a old figure put here in new times, just to reestablish and restore a certain energy, undeniable energy that lives within inside us. So with
okay,
that, like, if anything, I adapt to rooms. I believe my business is people, so I have to always be open-minded and aware to how things may go in a situation, and just ensure that I'm that energy that, of course, is undeniable, but undeniably productive. Like, you know, the way it's forward and upward always. So, you know, I don't see myself as anything more than that. I don't see myself as special or anything. I'm just distinct, like a snowflake. But snow exists. Like, you know, as
right,
together in groups, it's snow. But I believe
right,
we're all as individual and as unique and extraordinary as an individual snowflake when you take the time to see yourself as and move as that thing. So if nothing else, I believe I'm a little different than most and everybody, just
you
because I believe
definitely,
everyone is, but it's just my duty to help reestablish that within people. Like, you know, not be so geared towards how other people see them or be distracted by the things that we may be influenced by outside. Even our own parents at times. Like, our parents were influenced by someone and by things and by people. So it's no one's fault. And I believe that's where we've gotten to as a people, not, you know, black people, white people, just as a people as a whole. Like, it's always someone's fault as opposed to accountability. Like, simply being accountable for yourself and the things that you put out, the energy that you disperse and walk into rooms with in and out. And if you're not aware of that, then that could be very much the reason that things go away and have people in a position where they're looking up like, well, why me? Well, why
right,
you? Because it is you, and it's that undeniable, distinct energy that you have that you don't fully understand yet that's creating these unique situations. They're not good, bad, or indifferent. They're just unique to you. And if you understand the foundation of them, then you'll know how you push forward and upward from it. So for me, it's ensuring that as much as people may see me as a figure or a thing or moving forward, you can be that same thing if you understand your core energy and push forward with that. And
I
that's what
agree.
my message is. Like, it's simply
Okay.
that.
And I definitely agree with that. I definitely agree with that. So I'm gonna just get right into it
Okay.
because you know, like I told the people, man, you really have, you know, been somebody who I've been watching for a minute, and
Okay.
I know that I have been chomping at the bits to talk to you for like the longest. So I'm ready to pick your brain because I know you got some stuff
What
to
you
tell. I
got,
know you
man?
got
What
some.
you
I know
got?
you got some. I know you got some advice to give and some answers to give. So we're just gonna hop right into
Sure,
it.
sure.
So first things first, man. We gotta talk about it. The huge elephant in the room. You
Okay.
know, this whole Black Lives Matter situation. The whole, you know, George Floyd situation. I mean, how have you been handling? How have you been processing all of this?
Realistically, man, I've been uh, as quiet as I can be. You know, people see me
Okay.
do a lot and see me involved in a lot, but I can say to this time, the times where they see me live doing something, maybe that's it. But other things they see me are very much of, oh, like I've been at this. Like, you know,
Mm-hmm.
unfortunately, we had to lose a life. You know, George Floyd. You know, rest in power to him.
Mm-hmm.
For other people to become aware, or, you know, just sit down and really think. And then, of course, paired with quarantine and COVID and all these things, I really have looked at the silver lining through this all and believe that as much as you don't want to lose life, or you don't want people to be in unfortunate circumstances and circumstances where they're without, where they're losing, where they're oppressed, just any of
Mm-hmm.
those things, you don't want them. Those uncomfortable situations breed growth.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, I'm a superhero head, so if I have any that are watching, Batman, it's darkest before the dawn. Like
Right. Right.
that's a true statement. As much as
Right.
it came from, you know, a comic book or a superhero movie, it is
Right.
darkest before the dawn. Like that's in real life. It's darkest before it becomes light outside. So
Mm-hmm.
if nothing else, I believe we saw the darkest of things.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're seeing those light pockets be exposed. And
Mm-hmm.
when any light starts to seep through, it's only a matter of time before it breaks through. And I believe that's
Right.
that undeniable energy. So if nothing else, I've been speaking undeniable energy before 2020. Like 2019, it was, you know, something just outside, like, you know, something building, something growing. I saw a lot of people
Mm-hmm.
that I was connected to doing things in unison to myself. Like me, I see myself, I'm always moving. 25/8 is my standard, an impossible standard. So I'm never not working, I'm never not grinding.
I'm
But
telling you, that's the
that's not
truth.
something I hold other people to. It's
Right.
what I hold myself to, because I look at myself as being, you know, something distinct, and that's my purpose to do so. But if I can move at 25/8, I can at least push people to grind 24/7 towards
Okay.
who they are and what they're doing. So I believe that's where I put most of my energy, like really focusing towards the core of what I'm after. Like, you know, I've sent
Mm-hmm.
an individual message out for years now.
Mm-hmm.
And I stopped in February because a lot of my own life just got to a point where everything was swirling. But at the same time, it's time to reassess and make sure that foundation is solid, because Phly, you got some stuff coming that I don't even think you're ready for. Like, I've walked through this portion of LordPhly in my life as if I've seen a lot of this before. And now it's getting to a point where, as much as I've seen situations before, I haven't seen myself in them, although I knew they were coming.
Right.
So I've really been taking my time with that, just really understanding, you know, wow, people have seen me do a lot. People do see me in so many different pockets and see so many things happen, when really I want them to see this and I want them to embrace this. And this is what
Mm-hmm.
I'm after. So it's, well, how do I make sure those things are being received? How do I make sure those things are being respected? Yes, I appreciate anything that I have gained, or any influence, or, you know, power, so to speak, or, you know,
Mm-hmm.
growth. But at the same time, there's a core to what I'm after. Like I said, I'm a messenger for never apologizing for being dope. So when I leave this earth, you know, whenever that is, you know, I'm not speaking it into existence no time soon. We still got some work to do. Like,
Right.
I want to
Right.
ensure those are the things that are left. Like, man, LordPhly, man, he was everywhere. That boy spread that
Right.
message. Like, it's like, man,
Right.
you seen this mural? It's like, yeah, man, but he got NFB dope in there. It's like, people to know that I ensured that that's what I was doing. Like, that's what I was after. That's what I stood on. It's like, man, I seen that dude stand in front of thousands of people, and I guarantee you he didn't have any script, but he knew exactly what to say, and we left there fed. Like, that's my ultimate thing, to just have a concert, but I'm
Mm-hmm.
not there to sing no songs. Like,
Okay.
you're not here to see any entertainment, so to speak, but you're gonna be entertained. You're not here to see a performance, but, you know, I give you something like to where you really gonna know that everything in me was given to you, and you can leave knowing that, man, I got everything I could have ever wanted, and this is some shit I never even expected. That's
Okay.
what I want to leave this earth for people to know and embrace of LordPhly. Because I
Okay.
always say, spell it right so you don't get it wrong. Because the only way you get in tune with me is to spell LordPhly. Spell it with an F, you ain't gonna find me.
Hey, most definitely. So so now that brings me to my next thing, Lord Fly.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Where did the name Lord Fly come from?
I can say, man, so I started a clothing line when I was 19 years old. It's called Phly Mouche. It's spelled with a PH, PHLY, and then Mouche is fly in French. I don't know if that's really how it's pronounced for anybody that
Mm-hmm.
knows French. It's Mouche with apostrophe E. So if that's Mouche or Mouche, I don't know. That's Mouche is what it was to me. So
Okay.
with that, I've always been someone that had my own aura, my own energy to things, but I very much led a life where I really not even wanted to fit in. I just wanted to not be bothered. It's like
Mm-hmm.
I kind of always had a attention to me, like, you know, and I stand out just because I'm kind of always on my own thing. But a lot
Mm-hmm.
of life I just spent wanting to make sure I was within things, so I didn't stand out, because I understood what responsibility that came with, even early.
Mm-hmm.
So 23 years old, you know, quote unquote, life hit rock bottom, but it wasn't. Like, outside, I had a lot going, But
Mm-hmm.
internally, I didn't know what the hell was going on, and I couldn't understand why I was getting to this point of like, man, I don't believe this is who I am. And I woke up one day and I wasn't. It was like looking at a twin in the mirror. I know I looked the same, but it wasn't the same person. And it was understanding who and how I needed to be moving forward. So it's a funny story. As much as I don't keep up with the Kardashians, it was on one day, and I saw Scott Disick getting knighted type shit. And that's how he became Lord Disick. Like, he went through a real process. So I'm like, well,
Okay.
damn, that's cool and interesting. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not, you know, a Scott Disick fan or nothing, but it's just like, that's some dope shit to,
Right.
or you want to call yourself something, you go through that process. So I
Right.
looked up what Lord meant, and it's master or ruler, someone who possesses power, knowledge, influence, or authority. As soon as I read it, it jumped off the page. Like, that's me. And then Phly, I have a tattoo on my, you know, my forearm of my logo, with my original logo from the clothing line. So it's like, well, Phly, like LordPhly, and it just fit. It's just like, this is who I am, like a master, a ruler, someone who possesses power, knowledge, influence, or authority. And Phly is who I've always been, and the aura I've always carried. And it's spelled with a P because it's distinct to me, and that's something I decided and made sure was so, even with the clothing line. So it was just keeping with that, going with the foundation of what, as much as I didn't believe I was that same person, going with the foundation of what I knew was me. And it's like, you can't erase the tattoo. I don't care how much you want to change who you are. Like, you got to go through a real process. So it was just taking those things, moving forward with them, and then ensuring from that day that's what it was, and that's what was respected. Like, from those that were right next to me to my parents. Like, it was having a talk with them. Like, right, like this is who I am. This is what it is, and I understand who I've been to you and what I am to you, but at the same time, who I am in reality today and who I'm working towards being and what I'm working to establish. This is what it is, and you take it or you leave it. And even those things have been a process. If nothing else, the things I deal with outside have been nothing in comparison to the transition when it first happened, and just dealing with people like, man, what? Lord, who? I ain't calling you that. Man, what? And it's like, all right, bet. Like, you'll call me that when it's beneficial to you. I promise you. I promise you, when it can do something for you, you'll be screaming it. And now I'm living in a time where I look back, and I probably got to that point some time ago, but it was never about that for me. That was just really like a standard. Like, I know I'm going to put myself in a position where not only will you respect it, but that name will be able to do something for you, whether I'm in the room or not. And now I have put it in that position. So now it's growing that and ensuring the respect for who I am, the morals, principles, and standards that I stand for are engulfed in that, but lay at its foundation so no one can ever get it wrong. Just like spell my name.
Okay, that's what it is. But I definitely appreciate you for, you know, for elaborating on that, because even myself, even myself was like, you know, because again, before I actually came in contact with you, like I said before, like, you know, I've been hearing, you know, LordPhly, and I'm like, yo, who the hell is LordPhly? And I'm just like, okay. As the people started telling me about you, I was like, oh, okay. So then when I seen you in person, I was like, oh, so that must be who LordPhly is. So I'm like, all right, bet. You feel me? It is okay. So now it makes sense. So
it's funny, man, because as much as I guess I did it for those, I didn't do it for those. Like, this is truly who I am. Even carrying the staff, like, this was something internally that I sought to have, and then it was, of course, an external thing, something people perceive. So it was just ensuring people understood why. And it's like,
and you know what?
every day.
And that was actually my next question, because I've seen you with that staff a lot. And now, mind you, once again, you know, this is, you know, me just off the real. I'm just like, okay, you know, he's putting out these positive messages. He's doing this, he's doing that. Then he's got like a, you know, like what's they call it? What they call it? A signature to you, if you will. So it's like, okay, what's the story behind that?
So it's funny. I've been LordPhly. It's been 7 years now. I transitioned to LordPhly 2014. Well, no, 2014. So it's 6 years. It's 6 years. So early in the transition, it was something about a staff that it just kind of replayed in my head. And then at that point, it always became something like I verbalize things that I think about, because I believe in will, not hope. Like, you know, hope, I believe, leave someone else responsible for it to drop out of the sky into your hands. Will means you will go get it by any means necessary, if that's what you set the standard to be. So for me, it was just like, man, a staff. Like, I'm gonna get a staff. I'm gonna get a staff. I'm gonna get a staff. So start verbalizing it. And then Nani bought the studios, director of my brand, significant, everything you need to call her. Like how LordPhly became a brand. I was really a person that talked a lot, was always wanting people to do better, push forward, abstract mind, and my name was LordPhly. Nani is very much the person who put it in perspective, even for me, to make sense of it for other people, for me to be received how I've been received. So in that, she was the first person I kind of really like. I need a staff. So then one day I was at my great aunt's house, who is a heavy influence in my life, and her son, who's much older than me. He was married to a woman from the Virgin Islands, and he got interested in staffs and he has like 40 of them, but he doesn't carry them. He just collects them like art.
Right.
So I believe that's where my direct reference came from in the beginning. So then it became a thing where it was like, well, man, let me get one. And he like, man, I'm not giving you a staff, because of course this is, as I'm LordPhly, but it's like I'm not. I have not none of, but it doesn't make the sense yet. So it's like, man, I'm not giving you no staff. Look, man, take your ass to the flea market and go get one. Somebody's selling them. Like, go get you one.
Right.
I stood up, straight to the flea market. Like, all right, bet. And I'm like, yo, I get the staff. Like, you gonna see me with it every day. He was like, all right, I'm gonna hold you to that. Bet. So go to the flea market, state fairgrounds. Me and Nani walking around. We get to one stand, and it's a couple of them in like an umbrella thing. I pull one out, and it wasn't sturdy. Like, it wasn't sturdy. But I was willing to get it. And Nani being just my voice of reason, like, Phly, let's just walk around a little bit more and see if you see another. Walk around, another person's stuff. Lordy is laying amongst some other things. He's not with, it's not any other staffs or anything. It's a bunch of other different types of stuff. So I see it, straight over to it. I always stand like this, but like when I'm standing up, and I started doing that, and I just stood there, and I was like, this is it. So she was like, this I was like, this is it. But the guy wasn't there. So she was like, well, we may have to come back. I was like, nah, I'm gonna just wait. So she was like, well, what if he's not here today? Well, I'll wait till tomorrow. Like, I'll just stand here until you get back. And I'm really
you was determined.
As much as I say things, like, I mean them. I don't speak without reasoning or truth. Like, and as exaggerated or as extreme as it may sound to somebody, I mean every word. Like, if it takes me standing here till tomorrow, as much as I won't want to, I will, because I don't want to leave this staff. So 5 minutes later, I guess the person beside him came and was like, oh, man, you want to get that? Well, he just went to grab something to eat. He'll be right back. So about 10 minutes later, he's walking back. 6'4", 6'5", Native American man with a long gray braid down the middle of his back. He walked up and he looking like this, like, man, you want that? I'm like, nah, it's already mine. Just tell me how much you want. And he was like, wow, like, what's up? Like, what's the significance? And I was like, well, my name is LordPhly, but the message is self-awareness and positivity. The whole spiel, the thing, everybody has probably heard by now, or it's been some video or something. I said the same thing.
Right.
So I said that to him, and he was like, okay. He was like, so, but what do you do though? That's what I do though. Like, it was like, like, what do you mean? I was like, well, look, man, I do a laundry list of things, but I do them in order for that to get done. Like, that's who I am. That's what it is. He's like, you like a preacher or something? I'm like, man, I'm LordPhly. Like, it's not anything more than me being who I am. Like, so
you are,
he was like, well, man, I can't sell this to you. And I was like, well, bro, we got a problem, because I'm leaving here with it today. And he was like, well, man, that was my best friend's, and he passed away 5 years ago. So I've had Lordy 3 years now. So that was 8 years ago now, but 5 years ago at the time. And he was like, yeah, he was a minister, and he traveled the world, and that was carved for him in Africa. And I was like, oh, wow, that's crazy. I was like, well, Nani's Nigerian, like, wow, like, that's dope. I'm like, oh, man, they give it more meaning. And I was like, well, I already planned to never be seen without it, but now you giving me more reason to never put it down. And he was like, man, you really serious? And I was like, you never met anybody more serious. I was like, so tell me what's needed. And he was like, well, look, man, he's like, you got a nice young lady right there. He was like, tell her to pick something out here, anything she wants. Give me $40 and she can have that. And I'll probably give her something else, and I'll give you the staff. He was like, because, my friend told me, like, I would know when I needed to get rid of it. Like, that's why I brought it out here, to get rid of it. but I just didn't have the heart to sell it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, but I believe what you're saying. And it's like,
Mm-hmm.
if you can promise me you will never put it down, then I promise you that you can have it. And I was like, well, man, we shook hands on it. And as you said, you haven't seen me without it. And so because I made a
Right.
promise to a man that I would never put it down is because why it was given to me was bigger than me. Like, he felt
Yeah.
more of my energy and my spirit and maybe believed that that was connected to his best friend that he lost. And that's why he gave it
Yeah.
to me. It was bigger than money and bigger than anything. And that's how I view myself. Like, I'm not a monetary person. I'm not any of those things. I don't play. At this point, LordPhly is very much a business, a brand. You got to pay my money. You want me to show up and do anything, because I'm not the guy to just make things happen for no reason. Everything is a purpose. And now it is purposeful to have money to create at the levels that I want to create, as well as to
Mm-hmm.
impact and influence people and to be able to inspire them and create the things to inspire them. So they take money. We're not playing. So with that being said,
Right.
not a money man, but the business of LordPhly, we definitely going to get that money. But with that being said, everything of me isn't that. So for the things that people gravitate towards me because of, and the things that stand out about me, those things aren't of money either. Like, Lordy, no one could offer me any amount of money to get them from me. That's like trying to
Mm-hmm.
buy me. Like, when you want
Right.
arm, a
Right.
leg too, like, what you know what I'm saying? Like, you've never seen me without them, so why would you believe that I'm going to allow that to happen for an amount of money? That's just like me
Most
changing
definitely.
who I am and not spread my message.
And again, man, I say this, and I've told plenty of people this, man, but I really admire you a lot because man, when I tell you, there have been so many different spots and areas that I've seen you, and again, like, even, and it was to a point one time where it was somewhere I had seen you, and something was telling me, was just like, yo, you need to go up and talk to him, because he seemed like he could possibly be somebody that can really lay some wisdom on you. But at the time, I was under the impression, I'm like, nah, I don't want to disturb the man, because because at the time it looked like he was on a mission. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna just leave him alone. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait.
Man,
I'm gonna bide my time, and then I talk to him. You feel me? So
I can
long
say,
story
man,
short,
I'm
long story
always on a mission. I'm always on a
yeah,
mission, but I'm always accessible, as much as the people around me are starting to, like, man, you can't be doing that. Like, man, you yo, like, and it's like, man,
yeah,
I'm just not like that. Like, I don't see myself above people. I don't see myself bigger than people. I'm not trying to make it a big thing. I just know who I am. I know what I'm here for, and
mm-hmm.
the things that come with, I will embrace them in order to get what it is that I'm working to get done. I don't give a damn
Right.
what stands in the way. When I say by any means necessary, how Malcolm X said, by any means necessary.
By any
By any means
means
necessary.
necessary.
And I'm not trying to be Malcolm X. I'm not trying to be Martin. I'm not trying to be anybody. I am
Right.
LordPhly. I spread the message. Never apologize for being dope. And that's what will be embraced and remembered when I'm gone. Like,
Right.
that's
Most
all that
definitely.
matters to me.
All right, now let me ask you this. So, and I want to kind of piggyback a little bit, because we were talking about the Black Lives Matter situation in the movement, but I'm sure, just like all the others, you've seen people out here with having so many mixed emotions. You got
For
people
sure.
feeling mad and angry and saying all these different things. But what I want to know from you, Phly, is like, what advice do you have out here for the people that are really at a point where they really feel like they don't know what to do at this point?
Look in the mirror. A lot of people have been brushing their teeth with their head down, feeling some type of way about something that happened yesterday or a week ago or 2 years ago, or somebody pissed them off, or text message wasn't right. Look in the mirror. Start asking yourself who, what, when, where, why, and how. Every day if you have to, until you get answers. And do not leave your house before you do so. And now we're in quarantine, and people don't even have to go to work to get paid. So you got some time to sit still. Like, as
Right,
much as you
right,
want to
right,
do
right,
something and be active, and there's no progression without direction. And then
right,
there's no elevation without separation. Like,
right.
rocket ships go up and shed things as they go up. They don't get upset at the things that they shed, because a rocket ship is this big when
Mm-hmm.
it's leaving, and this big by the time you get to space. And it's
Mm-hmm.
because, yeah, it did take certain things to get to a certain point, but it doesn't need them anymore to progress to the point that it's getting to. And I believe everybody should start embracing themselves as that rocket ship. Like,
Right.
and it doesn't mean that multiple rockets can't go up. You know, multiple people won't reach the stars and the moon. This doesn't mean we're not going together, but nobody can get anything done if they don't really have themselves in order. And I'm saying that because that's something I had to do. As much as I spread the message of self-awareness and be who you are and never apologize. And Phly, you got to live by that message through and through. And not only live by it, you have to be it. You have to be the epitome of it. Like, I'm working to be an ideal. Nothing even human-like. Like literally, you say my name and it means things. Multiple things, a magnitude of things. Like people saying they want to aspire to be that. Not even like me, but themselves, like I am myself. Like this person was himself. So I believe people should strive for that. But before they can do that, it takes some self-awareness. And for self-awareness, you got to sit still. You got to get some balance about yourself. Like, if nothing else, how can you do anything without balance? Not taking things good, bad, or indifferent, just taking them as they are, and then understand how to push forward and upward from it. Pay attention to the fact that we are influenced outside to be emotional. So the ways that you feel aren't even ways that you feel for not, let's say, real reasons, but reasons of substance. Really, people are putting you into a box to feel this way for you to do these things because they know you will in order to get this result. Why give them that power? Why give them that influence over your own life? Even to take away choice from it and just simply react to everything. And I believe that's the world we're living in. We're living in a reactive world as opposed to a logical one that's assessing what's to do next and how to push forward and upward with everything that they have within them. Because you can't go grab anything before you know what you already got. And me, I know one of the most powerful things I have is my voice. But in order to make the most impact with it, I had to stop using it so much. People weren't really taking what I was saying because I was saying it too much, and then I was saying it everywhere. And it's like, man, I need to let some of that stuff sit with people. Kind of like dropping the mic. Like Phly, I already say it and drop the mic, dog. Like, you're kind of over talking them and they getting lost in it. Like, because people are reacting. You're letting them react. Say what you're gonna say and get out of there.
And you know what's
saying it.
And you know what's so funny that you mentioned that, because I remember you and I seen you. There was a studio you and I were at.
Okay.
I want to say it was somewhere in Raleigh.
Celebrity or Jump Off Studios.
I'm trying to think. I want to.
It's a plethora.
It was one of them. Okay. So anyway, long story short, so you know, I seen you, and you know, I think there was a battle going on at the time, and people, and I think there was some people amongst the crowd that was talking, you know, in the midst of the battle going on, and you just talk about your voice, and when I tell you, for you to say the words that and it's crazy because I don't even remember exactly what you said, but to that
I probably told everybody like, yo, hold on. I probably respectfully told everybody that was doing something productive to hold on.
Yeah,
yo, it was the fuck up, like
right.
like,
yeah, exactly. There you go. It was something along those lines. So for me, it blew me because I was like, oh, like the moment you said that, I mean, literally the whole room got quiet. I was like, oh shit. So that's what made me even more. I was like, yo, this is somebody that I really cannot wait to fucking talk to, because just your presence alone, Phly, is really one of those things where I'm like, your voice, you're a force to be reckoned with. You feel me? And I'm, you know,
I appreciate that, man.
It's humbling to know that there are people out here like yourself that are able to spread that positive message, as well as, you know, being able to be the light, you know what I'm saying, in the midst of the dark tunnel type thing. You know what I mean?
I appreciate that, man. A lot of the times people are in rooms for reasons. We go to these rooms for reasons. People fight their whole lives to be in a specific room with specific people to do this specific thing for people to embrace them. And it's like, if that's the case, and then all this promotion was done, and all these cameras came, and all these other people came to be in this light, y'all came to see it, but y'all want to act as if you the important thing here? Nah. I'll make myself the most important thing here to make sure that they're the most important thing here.
Exactly.
Because I'm here to spread a message. I probably don't have anything to do with anything here other than people being here and me wanting to inspire a new person every day. It has nothing to do with music or any other reasons that anybody else is there. But for me, I understand the reasons that anybody that is pushing forward and upward would be there, and that can't take place with any nonsense, any bullshit, any disrespect, any people being petty or just that energy that you know you don't want in the room. And I have
Right.
no problem facing that energy head on and telling it to get the hell out of here and willing to deal with whatever comes with it. Because most of the time, even the energy that, or the thing or the entity that brings it in doesn't want to be there. Most times they're not even aware. That's just something they were influenced to do in another room and it worked. Well, it don't work in this room. Not if LordPhly is in it.
Right.
And I don't want to hurt nobody. I don't want nothing from you. I want you to get the most out of it. You doing that
Right.
is probably keeping you from a blessing or opportunity. So shut
Right.
up. Like,
Right.
sometimes we get the most things by not talking. Like, listen, you
And-
got two ears, one mouth. Like, it's a reason.
Right. And
So,
you know, and there again, you know, even to this day, man, I tell people all the time, like, I am, you know, this is one of the reasons why I say, you know, in some way, form of fashion or capacity, we have to collaborate on something together, which takes me into my next thing.
okay.
You know, so I've been seeing these murals that you've been going all over.
We're going crazy, baby. We're going crazy. We're going crazy.
And these murals, man, I must say, man, listen, I'm gonna go ahead and keep it 100 with you, bro. I love graffiti, murals, anything that got to do with art, painting. I'm a fanatic at it. So to see this, you know, it just blows my mind. So what I want to know from you, I mean, what prompted you to, you know, go all over the world and you know, go all over the state and city and things of that nature and put and create these murals that people can really go and see, you know what I'm saying?
Man, for me, I'm a Raleigh kid, man. I'm from the South Side. Like,
Okay.
I'm from the South Side through and through. Like, so with that being said, the things that I do are to, of course, make an impact on the world. But I believe everything starts at home. It starts with inside you, and then it starts with the things that you were readily influenced by. And with that being said, I'm Raleigh through and through. Like, everything about me. Anybody that's been around me for 5-10 minutes and knows anything about Raleigh, Raleigh has a certain essence, a certain aura to it that you can't explain. But we have this saying that somebody from Raleigh, no matter what position or part you played in Raleigh, you can go be a star wherever else, because everybody loves somebody from Raleigh. We just have a certain sauce, a certain drip that you can't get rid of, you can't deny, undeniable energy. That's what I speak to it of, and I believe that was birth, that was given to me right here in Raleigh, North Carolina. So with that, it started with that. Like, I started 2020. I'm one of challenges. I don't like to be challenged. I don't know, you know, because I speak truth, and I've said that I could do a lot of things, probably before I've even did them, but I know myself better than anybody. So it's like, man, if I tell you I can do it, I can do it. Don't doubt me.
Right.
I don't care about doubt outside. But when somebody next to me you can just tell. It's like, I mean, bro, you say you can do it and I believe you, but can you?
Right.
And 2020, you know, I started doing art, so to speak, 2017. So I haven't been doing it that long. And it became a thing where, you know, everything about me is very distinct. So I just put that energy into everything I do. Art is subjective. You know, most artists, creatives are working to have their own style with things, when my whole thing is just being me and getting other people to be them. So that plays into my artwork. So 2020, I just wanted to do a mural in my city.
Okay.
Like, because, you know, it got to a point where it was a build up where, you know, I'd done so much, but I'm fighting for existence. Like, I'm fighting for LordPhly to exist, for this message to exist. And when I'm gone, for it to be remembered, like staple things, impactful things, things you cannot deny. And as much as I've done, you can't deny my person. It had become where, have I really done the things that you can't deny? Yeah. You talked at this event, and a lot of people rock with your message. You sent it to some people. You did these things, but what have you done lasting, dog? Like, what are you really doing? And these are, like I said, people need to look in the mirror. This is me looking in the mirror. Like, what have you done? Because people questioning you, but they question you because it's a reason. They doubt you because it's a reason. You giving it to them. You giving it to them. Why, what you gonna do about it? Like, all right, bet. I'm gonna put a mural on my city so people know, like, if nothing else, I don't do nothing else, they gonna remember this mural. I had an opportunity to be at an exhibition at Emerge Raleigh early in the year in February. And, you know, Emerge has outside artwork. So I believe no question is a stupid question unless you simply don't want an answer. So, you know, during the exhibition, I'm in there really not in that headspace to be in the exhibition because I have so much going on in my life. But, man, I'm going to go ask this lady about getting a mural outside. And when that,
Mm-hmm.
she was like, well, wow, we have 2 spots actually. Give me both. She was like, well, you know, we don't know if we can really pay. Y'all do the supplies, bet. Get the supplies. I come knock it out. I promise you. They thought it was gonna take me like a month. It took me a week to do 2, because
Wow.
how I am when I'm, like you said, when I'm on a mission, I'm on a mission that's gonna get done.
Right,
And
right.
time, I believe, is our luxury. We own it. We own it. We don't waste it. We don't allow others to waste it for us. So when I have to get something done, it's gonna get done come hell or high water. So this mural gonna get done. This is what I'm gonna do. And when I'm into something, I want to do it. I want to make sure it's done. I'm not really with doing something and leaving it. Like, I don't make messes and walk away. Like, nah, we're gonna clean this up right now. We're gonna get this done right now. So it became that. So everything I do, I create representation of pictures, videos, not even for, like, you know, cloud content half the time.
Right, right.
Like I said, I'm fighting for existence. A lot of things I've done have been questioned. So it's like, nope, I did this. This is real. I was here. You see?
Right.
That's why it's kind of like start to finish. So there's no way you can deny it. That's really where that comes from, and why I have so much content. Because it's like, nah, I need people to, there can be no doubt. Like, nah, I showed up in the middle, not new. It was me. And then that led to another mural at Arcade of Thrones. Shouts to my man Jordan and my man Black Storm, the lab got it. You know, they put me in a position to paint the arcade, because it's an arcade and it was a blank white wall. And it's like, man, just need some vibes, some energy in there. And
whoa, wait a minute. I gotta call a pause on that one.
okay.
That was you that did that mural for Arcade of Thrones?
Yes, sir. That's me.
Bro, so
yes,
listen. So funny story about that. So I did a show. I did the same exact show on a Monday at Arcade of Thrones, right? And goes back to what I said, you know, with me loving murals and art, I see this mural and I'm like, yo, like this shit hard. I fuck with it. Mind you, I'm not thinking with the recollection. Okay, it's like I knew somebody that did it, but like I wasn't entirely sure. Okay, who put this type of artwork together? So I'm talking with the people or whatever, and instantly your name is mentioned, and I'm like, wait, ain't no way. And then it was like, bro, yes, Phly did that. I was like, oh, MG. So bro, I'm from myself to you, bro, like. Bro, dope shit. I fussed with that mural like no cap.
Appreciate it. Those
are one of those murals that I actually took some pictures in front of that mural, and I'm gonna actually send you one of the pictures that I took.
Okay.
But yeah,
man, you know I'm gonna post you up, man. I mean, you showing love to the work, man. Like I said, I'm not doing these things for people to remember not even my face, man. Like, that's why my logo is not a caricature of me, but it's a fly. Like, you know, it's a cool fly where it's me, you know, but at the same time, I look at myself like Mickey Mouse, man. Like, I'm the new Mickey Mouse, a figure that is ageless, stood for something, stood on something. No, you know, I'm not looking to be Walt Disney. It's like, no, I'm really the Mickey Mouse. Like, I'm putting all my friends on, and we creating this world that, you know, is just undeniably dope, and you can't do nothing with it. And as long as my body allows me to push forward and do that, I'm going to do so. But I'm definitely putting the work in for it to live long past me, you know, and to be able to inspire and motivate many past those that can say that they knew me. Or, you know, for me, it's not really about that. It's truly about leaving a foundation with LordPhly and the message never apologize for being dope. So
now, all right, and I appreciate you for speaking on that. Now, to that point, what you just said, never, you know, what that motto that you use, where did that come from? What tell us a little bit about it. Where did that come from?
As I said, I transitioned to LordPhly 2014. So in that transition, it became like a burst of like creativity, but also like my own thing. But like also it needs to be engulfed in what I'm after. And it was like I've always been someone that helped people. I just want to offer myself, offer my research, like just because I want to see people win. Like, you know, that saying that everybody eats. I really live by that. Like, everybody should eat. Everybody, like, I can't be in a room where niggas is hungry and I'm not. I'm right here. Like, it's too much food. Like, eat. Like, so for that, it was just creating something. For me, it was creating something. And I saw Never Apologize for being dope written somewhere, maybe in like IG post or something, but it was like written out. So I saw that and I was like, dope. Like, I say dope all the time. Everything's dope. You dope. You dope. This is dope. Oh, that's dope. Okay, dope. That's like me. Dope is you.
Right.
You. I like that. I was like, well, never apologize for being dope. Like, I can say that, but it got to be something like I'm just very meticulous when it comes to things and making them very specific. So it was like, all right, I'm gonna create an acronym, because then it's like, all right, bet I can make that a hashtag. So that's why it's even small N, big A, big F, a little bit. Like, I did that purposefully. Just so I made sure the hashtag, the first time I tagged it, it was going to be me. And then now it's 10,000 plus. And it's because that was every day. Like, I'm going to ensure that that's how it started. It was just, okay, I'm going to spread a message. LordPhly is going to spread a message. The message is going to be never apologize for being dope. The acronym is going to be NEFB dope. NEFB dope. Get that down. NEFB dope. Never apologize for being dope. Dope is self. Self is you. Learn yourself. Know yourself. Be yourself. Like, I'm just coming up with these things. I'm saying them. And then my homie that I was, now looking back, I guess I was representing, so to speak, like life coaching, just because that's what LordPhly kind of does, in a weird way.
I mean, but listen, at the same time, you good at it though.
Yeah. So it was basketball. Desmond Wells, like, he was in school at the time, and he was very much an advocate of just my person and who I am to my core, and just like, nah, man, like, it's something about you. It's something about you. Like, so he started saying, like, bro, that stuff you saying, like, you need to say that. Like, nah, you need to say that. Like, say it. Right. So I started getting on Snapchat, just like spilling for like 10 minutes every morning. I would just go through like this spiel, like, and I was like building it. People didn't know that, but I was just like building it, and I'm saying it. And it was just like growing and connecting. And of course, in my everyday life, I'm being this person. I'm still connecting dots and doing these things and being more involved in my creativity. So it's just like, but my overall business is people. So I'm great with people, having conversations with them, you know, seeing people and down, and it's like, are you good? What's up? Like, man, like, man, damn all that. Let's get to it. Like, oh, you need some help? Like, that, let's do this. Like, I'm not a person that's just gonna offer you words. I'm willing to like roll my sleeves up and get to work with you. So I believe that's what adds more impact to my words, because people can see that now when I'm speaking, because that when I say something, I mean it. Like, now you can do this, and like, well, you need help, like, bet. Well, even if I can't do it, I help you. I find you somebody. I call somebody. And now my thing is like, man, I believe that if I can't do it, I got somebody I can get on the phone. It's that simple. Like,
most definitely,
I'm connected to a lot of people. So that's where NEFB Dope grew from. It was just me wanting to ensure who I was, how I remember was what I really wanted it to be. And it's like, I help people. And how better to help people than with a message that pushes them forward and upward. Like, it was that simple for me, and then it grew from there. And then just, I have a drive and an energy that's, I said, undeniable, to where I will not stop until I get done what it is I set out to accomplish. And
all right, now let me ask you this. So what's the, and I'm sure you know, a lot of people can vouch for this, but like, what's it been like, you know, being LordPhly, but at the same time, like, getting the support and the response that you get on a daily? I mean, how is it? Because I know it must be overwhelming for you, but I mean, how do you mentally and intentionally, how do you process all of the love and the support that you get, and all the, you know, the advice that you've been given? How do you process all of that?
It's balance. It's balance, because I mean, for as much as people see, just like any other person or thing, they're good, there's bad, there's indifferent. It's like, I don't look at life that way. I just take everything as it comes. But I'm definitely in a time and a space where I'm truly walking in the air and understanding what it, like, you know, I view myself as I'm a person, you know, at the same time. I'm like, I know I'm very different than most people, but, you know, I'm a person. But it got to a point where, you know, people were seeing me as a machine, and like, and it's like, I really had to process those things, like, yo, like, this is kind of different. And then like waking up to it, like, well, wow, this is what it's going to take for people to really kind of embrace what it is with me. So for that, it's like, man, I take everything in stride. Like I said, it's a balance. So for as much as people see love and support, oh, trust me, I get a F you, or, man, stop sending me this shit, or, man, you just clout chasing, or like, man, I've gotten it all, like, you know, called the devil, you know, it's all these things. But yeah, I mean, but if anything, the greater the comparison, you know, to be compared to somebody like the devil, like, it don't get no bigger than that. So it's like, I just really must be doing something out here. Like, I don't look at it as a bad thing. It's
you know, and it's crazy, man, that, you know, you say that, because, you know, of course, like I said, with you being so influential in this in society, man, it's like I said, you do so many things. So of course, it's only, you know, of course, people that that's gonna hate are gonna, you know, say such things like that. So now I want to tap into something real quick. When it comes to, you know, resolution, and you know, and coming to a conclusion, as you know, as we continue to move throughout this society and throughout this process, what do you feel? What do you feel that it's gonna take for us to, you know, get back on the same page, or even, you know, be able to, as they say, reach back the normal way of things?
I believe truly letting go of that perspective, really, of whatever it was. It'll never be whatever it was again. Like,
Mm-hmm.
it's broken. It broke. It broke. It
Right.
shattered. Ain't no piece of Humpty Dumpty got together.
Right.
Stop looking for what normal was to you and reestablish what normal is. Like,
Mm-hmm.
now it's time to understand the core of ourselves, so we understand the core necessities of what we need for our own lives, and then we can start respecting others for why they lead their lives and what they do for them. Like, a lot of the times, like I said, we live in a reactive world, and
Mm-hmm.
these structures were put in place for people to react and put these positions in. Of course, some people are going to benefit, some people are going to suffer, some people are going to win, some people are going to lose. It's just how it is. When realistically, shouts to my man Matthew Claiborne, he has a saying: collaboration over competition. It's like, why are
Mm-hmm.
you wanting to be in competition with somebody that you know you really want to work with? Like, even
Right.
setting your mindset to, I need to be in competition with them. Yes, a little friendly competition, iron sharpening iron, pushing you forward. But I don't have to create a sense of competition with you to do that. I just need to create a sense of pushing forward, and then ensuring that I'm pushing you forward. And then that's how we can sharpen the iron that we need to sharpen for one another. Like, not comparing ourselves to one another to say who's better and who's worse. So if the person's worse, then they feel something like, man, damn all that. Like, just,
Right.
why are you you? Why do you do what you do? Why do you get up
Right.
every day? Like, that saying, like, are you living or existing? Like, well,
Right.
if you are doing either one, why? What are you doing it for? Like,
Right.
understand that of yourself and what it is that you truly want to accomplish in life. Some people really want to just, have a family and work a job and be cool, like, and that's fine.
Right.
Like, there's nothing wrong with that. But we live in a world where everything's compared, so it's like, oh, just doing that simple thing and working for those simplicities in life. Oh man, well, why you don't want this? Man, this is what I want. Being okay with
Right.
being full enough within yourself to know, like, man, this is what I'm working for. This is what I'm gonna get, and when it's all said and done, this is what they say I had. Because I'm not worried about that. I'm doing it for me, and then those that I truly care for and truly want to push forward and connect with. Like, for me, it's, I want to change the world. I will change this
Right.
world. I believe it's changed within a person, and I look to inspire a new person every day. But with that, I also have to do that due diligence for the people that move closest to me, because if I'm not doing it with them, then it's distorted outside, and that's just a
Right.
reality. So if it's
Right.
distorted for them, that means in some ways it's distorted for me. So I got to get it right within myself, and that's what 2020 has been for me. That's why I said the silver lining has been, I wouldn't have sat down and sat still had we not been forced to. It's like I said, people will
Mm-hmm.
always see me do something, always somewhere doing something. Most of all, like, but no, I got to sit down sometimes and reassess and make sure he getting his stuff right, and make sure he understands why things are happening the way that they are happening for him, so he can grow the way that he needs to grow, for things to grow how they need to grow. So I believe just people taking that stance for themselves and not worrying about how people are gonna feel about it, what they're gonna think, what can happen, what they've been afraid of. Like, man, just sit still for a second, really quiet your mind, gain some peace of mind, understand why you are after what you're after, what it is that you're after, who you are, when you want to get it done, where you want to get it.
Right.
Some people are living in a place they hate. Move.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, get
So,
out.
right. Exactly. You know. I mean, that's the best way. That's the best way to do it, for real.
That's for sure. So I believe that's the best thing to do. Just really sit down, do some self-assessment, some readjusting, that foundation, making sure it's solid so things can grow how they need to. But just focusing on that core of character, that core foundation, that spirit that you have, that undeniable energy. Like, I believe if people focus towards that, then, it's no fear, no worries, no apologies about it.
Okay. Okay. Now, my final thing I would love to know is:
Okay.
everything that you've done, has it lived up to the expectation that you that you have set for yourself as
No way.
LordPhly?
No way. The world
Okay.
should have already known who LordPhly is by now, in my mind. But I also have a little problem with patience, and as much as I make things happen, and you know,
Right.
you get to that thing where you want things to happen on your time. So that just, like I said, fuels me more to ensure that I do it. Like for me, even the point that I'm at, I should have been at, but at the same
Mm-hmm.
time, I've opened my mind and opened my eyes to seeing, well, where I was getting to, I definitely have been at, and need to just kind of accept that and move forward to where I'm at. So this point, just continuing to ensure that I change this world with a message. Like when I leave here, that's what happens. So, as long as I stay focused towards that, I stay diligent on it, you know, I keep a peace of mind about it while just remaining smiling. Like, it's tough to get me to smile for a picture, but it's nothing to get me to genuinely laugh or smile. So it's just like keeping it organic as much as things are becoming business and oh, LordPhly here. No, we saw this over here. It's like, man, I'm still LordPhly and I spread a message. Like, yes, I am who I am. I understand what you saw. I respect, I appreciate it. But at the same time, I'm here to spread a message. And, I'm not too big not too big for any conversation. I'm not too inaccessible to make anything happen. I just believe it's all in proper planning and timing and understanding how we need to push forward. So now I'm just doing my best at ensuring I do that for me so I can truly do what I set out to do. And I believe a lot of people will, catch hold and take heed and, we'll change this world in the process. And, it'll be a better one forward. Like I said, it's dark before the dawn. I believe we've experienced our dark time. So now let's get to the dawn. That's what I'm saying. I believe it's some people that I'm connected to, know of, respect, highly inspired by, that are definitely going to be the leaders of, how things move forward. With me, I'm simply working to be a messenger. Right?
Right.
If people see me as that, I understand, I get it, I embrace it, I take it. I believe I'm responsible for everybody in the room when I'm in the room. At the same time, what I do and who I am, I'm simply a messenger, man. I'm a vessel. I want you to never apologize for being you. And if you need to know how, just come sit with me for a little bit. We'll get it right. Just for you to push forward, push upward the right way, and never apologize when you're doing it.
And you know what? And with that being said, but I just got again, I truly, just this conversation, man. I have, like I told you, I knew I was gonna be learning something from you, man. And with everything that has been covered, I definitely thank you for for giving me your time, man, and giving me the energy because again, like I said, with you having so much going on, man, I didn't think that this was gonna happen, but I thank you for that, and
Bro,
I appreciate you for being on episode 97. And so before we wrap this up, let people know
okay.
where they can follow you at and tap in with you at.
Okay, well, as I said, spell it right so you never get it wrong. If you look for LordPhly anywhere, and I don't just mean on social media platforms, I mean Google, I mean your local newspaper, wherever. If you search that name, I'm pretty sure that will be connected to any FB Dope, or if you see any FB Dope first, you'll get to me. Just because
Already.
I have definitely set the tone and the understanding that I am the messenger of that, and that's who's out here doing it. So if you spell my name right, then I believe you can get to me, and we can ensure that you're pushing forward and upward the right way with no fear, no worries, and no apology. So
Exactly. With that being said, that's enough. That's enough said. Can't nothing else be said. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been episode 97 of Independent Scene with your boy Hunter
thank you.
J23 and my boy LordPhly. Fly, thank you so much.
Appreciate you.
And I definitely can't wait to talk to you again, my brother.
All right, bro. I thank you, man. A pleasure to everybody that watched, that tuned in, and hey, let's continue to never apologize for being who we are, people. NFP dope.
Already, let's get it.
All right, man.
All right, G.
Good